Hello, dear friends. The subject that I want to address briefly is something that relates to every human being because the Creator made us communicators, because we are by nature social beings. And what a wonderful thing that we can open our minds and bring a word of comfort, bring a word of challenge, a word of encouragement, and sometimes impart a major truth to those that surround us, those that we are in contact with, whether we know them well or don't know them at all. And yet, by nature, we cannot necessarily relate to everyone that we encounter. And it is in this connection that I want to share with you what I learned a long time ago about 3 different types of talk when we bump into somebody else that we know or that we do not know, but that we desire to engage in some form of conversation, or at least to say something that can be useful for such individual. And what normally is referred as the first possibility is what one would call hello talk. Very simple, very basic. It is like when you get up in the morning and still in your pajamas go out to get your morning newspaper, while you see at the same time a neighbor across the street making his way to work. And you just wave to each other and say, "Beautiful day, right?" And he or she might respond, "Yes, it's going to be such and such a temperature today." Well, that's fine, but normally it remains only at that level. The next level is what is referred to as head talk. When you just came from the house and heard news about some world event of some magnitude and you desire to express, "Did you hear that?" Or "What do you think is going to happen here and there as a result of this particular decision of our nation or of another nation with regard to another one?" And sometimes you get the answer that your friend or that your neighbor is going to give to you. But the third level, and the one that we should always aim at more than even the first 2, although it requires the presence and the engagement with the other 2, is what is referred to as heart talk. When we can go a little deeper, when we can literally penetrate the heart of the person with whom we are talking. Perhaps you heard that there was an accident that affected one of the family members. So you inquire, you show interest, you want to know more about that person that has been hurt and that is in the hospital. Or perhaps you want to express your condolences to that neighbor or friend at work or whoever that person might be because of the death that they experience from one family member. And we can just multiply the possibilities and the instances, but that brings us a bit closer to that individual by showing our interest, by expressing our compassion, and by seeking, of course, a better interaction, which more than likely will have greater possibilities of developing in the course of weeks following, or months, and even years. So I'll leave up to you how you may want to utilize these 3 possibilities, because there is no question that some people we should never relate beyond the hello talk. There are people that you don't want to associate for some reason, either because they are too nosy or unfriendly, and therefore it is preferable that they stay. In terms of the head talk, there will always be subjects that would be of common interest, and we can interact And through the exchange of ideas, we can perhaps benefit one from the other. But the heart talk is very important, because as social creatures that God made us to be, we want to penetrate beyond any other barriers and reach the heart of those with whom we talk. So have a great day or a great week until we meet again before too long. Bye-bye.